Hello! So this is my first video back. I'm super excited to be getting on with this. Hopefully this video will be going up today because I've actually tried to film this video twice already, so this is my third time. Every time I've recorded it, the sound has been blah, or I've been interrupted, I've had the video corrupt. So yeah, so for my big comeback for November, it hasn't really happened yet, so hopefully this video will come out much better than the last ones and we can get on with it. So this is going to be a chatty get ready with me because I've never actually done one and I thought it would be a nice way to catch up and hear back of what I've been up to and everything like that. Before I get started, obviously the pink elephant in the room. This is a wig. Obviously I absolutely love it. It's a synthetic unit, pink, short bob. I absolutely love this. It's all like wavy. I think you can style it, but I actually quite like it like this. Obviously you can see a little bit of my hair underneath, but to be honest, because of the roots on this wig, it seems to work well. It isn't a lace front. I think this part is lace because I have plucked it slightly, but it is a little small, like it doesn't come down far enough, I think. So yeah, so if you see me like yanking it down suddenly, that's why. It should stay in place because it usually does, but yes, so synthetic unit, and actually it feels so soft, looks actually really natural. So yeah, so I'm going to be using a few new bits in this tutorial. Chatty get ready with me. I'm filming this video and another video and maybe another video after that, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, so the first new thing that I'm going to be trying is the NYX #NoFilter Blurring Primer. I've always wanted to try the Angel Veil, but it's so expensive, and actually this one's a few pound cheaper, so, and it comes out like coloured, so I guess it's supposed to be your face but better. So what have I been up to? Well, you know the whole story of pretty much me leaving university. I deferred the year, so I'm now officially back for my final year, whoop whoop. And this past year that I've been pretty much on and off of YouTube and blogging, because dealing with mental health, you do find that life can get in the way and things you once loved become like super difficult, but you know, such is life. We get there, we get through. I love this primer. I've used it for a couple of times now and it makes my face feel like completely smooth, like I don't have any pores or anything. And actually you've caught me on a really good skin day. When I first filmed this video my skin was like hectic. I'm quite surprised actually how soft it feels. So yeah, so for those of you who may be new or haven't read my blog, I was going through depression. You know, one of those almost taboo subjects that not many people talk about. Right, I'm going to use this foundation. This is the Huda Beauty #faux foundation. I've used this a couple of times. I got colour matched and I'm in Angel Food and I love it. I absolutely love this foundation. It does come with a primer, but yeah. So yeah, so it's difficult to say the least. Depression isn't really a talked about subject. It's very taboo, like I said. I don't know if people are like in denial about it, because it isn't really discussed that much. I'm trying to make it kind of mainstream. I've read articles in Blogosphere magazine, what other magazine? The Glamour magazine, and they're saying that it's almost like mental health is almost turning into a label and you're trying to outdo each other. Yeah, I know. That to me just sounded so ridiculous, but actually thinking about it, yeah. So I'm just gonna use this Real Techniques Crush collection, exclusive to Superdrug. I absolutely love this. I have like all of them apart from two, which is the sponge and the fan brush, but yeah. Yeah, and I guess how I've been dealing with it, like my mental health, I've actually noticed that some people do try to outdo one another when it comes to like mental health. I think because now like anxiety is definitely not so much a taboo subject, but I don't know, people just seem to be outdoing each other, and for me, I'm not like, this is no slagging off people with anxiety or anything like that, but for me personally, I think it's great, yeah, like show awareness of the subject, but I don't think it should be classed as a label, and I think some people do take it out of proportion. Like, I was suffering really bad with my anxiety and my depression, and the problem I face is that my anxiety is made worse through my medication. So my medication is designed obviously for my depression, but my anxiety does get worse. I'm that pale, this is so crazy looking, but that's how pale I am. So for me personally, I mean, anxiety really is a bad thing, but I think there are different grades of anxiety and depression. Like, as I was told by my psychiatrist, that everyone in their lives will get anxiety and possibly depression. It's a natural, normal thing that happens. But I think it's the way people handle it that creates that difference. So basically, if anxiety and depression affect your life on a daily basis, I mean, yeah, it sucks, It really does. But I think glorifying it in a way can dampen and almost make it a fashion accessory, if that makes sense. Like, it went from being a known mental health to now some people see it as an excuse, and that I'm not okay with. I don't want people to think of this as an excuse. You know, it affects us terribly, and this is how it affected me. So don't think of that as a con or a negative, because I don't want it to be. So I'm just taking the Decay Velvetine, or Velvetizer, sorry, slime crime. I really do like this as a setting powder. I have mixed it before with my foundation, and I'm just taking this Real Techniques crushed powder brush. I just like to add a little bit of powder to my face just to help blend my contour and highlight and my blush. It just makes everything just smooth. So yeah, so that's my little rant over with. Honestly, I'm not trying to badmouth people, but yeah. So, what else have I been up to? I got a job for 4 months. I worked in a petrol station, so glamorous, right? It put my confidence up, yeah. I mean, I feel much more confident now than before, you know. Sometimes going into things that take you out of your comfort zone are things you actually need to do. And on my interview, I was parked up outside and I was just like, take me home, I don't want to do this. And he was like, no, go do it, you can do this. So I went in, I did it, I smashed it. Within a couple hours I got a phone call to say that I'd got the job. So not too shabby there. So yeah, I worked there for 4 months. I've been to a couple of blogging events. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna just use the Zoeva Rose Golden palette because I've been obsessed with this for the contour shade. I have been using the 2 highlight shades, but the contour shade is my go-to. I went to a couple of blogging events. Last year I went to, what was that? The Vulia Awards. That was really good fun. Met some amazing people. I was gonna go again this year, but I couldn't actually make it. So what happened was, because of there was an issue in Oxford Street, it actually stopped my train. So at the moment I was supposed to leave, all of this happened. So then there was no trains that I had to catch, and I didn't know what else to do. So I thought I'd let it die down, but by the time it was probably time for me to go, I was a bit too late. So I did miss it, and I hate that because it looked amazing and I was really looking forward to meeting more bloggers, but stuff like this happens, so we've just got to kind of let it go. just taken the Hoola bronzer to bronze up my face because I look like a ghost. I went to BloggerCon in London, and that was really fun. I met a few more vloggers and kind of did a little bit of networking with some brands. The whole time I was like, why don't I have business cards? Why don't I have business cards? Because there was like a lot of things where it was like, oh, do you have a business card? Put it in the pot and we'll get in touch with you. And it's like, no, I don't. And then literally a week later, I was invited to Social City London, which was like a learning experience really for bloggers and YouTubers, Instagrammers. So it was almost like a conference. The only downside was it wasn't really set out the best. So on their website it was saying like the first 100 or 200 people who weren't VIPs would get a goodie bag, and no, that wasn't the case, or the staff didn't know this. So that was a little bit of a letdown. It wasn't that amazing. Like, I mean, yeah, there were a couple of brands there, but apart from the henna and the nails to go guys, because they were incredible, everything else was like demanding you to pay, and it was like, and when I'm saying telling you to pay, it was like full price stuff. There was no discount or anything. And some of the brands there were like completely out of order. Like some brands were like, one brand in particular, I can't remember who they were called, were basically saying that some people there couldn't afford their handbags, so there's no point in you touching them because you can't afford them, kind of thing. I'm just gonna apply my Rockateur because I love this stuff. Yeah, and it was almost like, you can't afford this, so kind of go away. And it's like, that's not how this works. We were invited, so if we were invited, we obviously mean something. I mean, yeah, I only went to one talk because after that I was not interested in the others. And then I was just like, I've spent like part of my day, you know, dedicated to doing this. So it was a little bit disappointing. I'm just gonna fill in my brows with my MAC Stylize, and all of the writing has slipped off because I use it so much. So yeah, I went to IMAX, spent a ridiculous amount on makeup and other bits. So I got a couple of brushes, a load of makeup. So yeah, what else have I been up to? Also, at the end of last year, you would have seen it on my YouTube because I did actually eventually upload that stuff. I went on holiday with my mum, almost like I'm gonna class it as a retreat. It was like a holiday to have a relax, which was nice, apart from I got ill. And when you're ill, like, you just hate everyone. But actually, you know, apart from getting ill, I really enjoyed my holiday with my mum. I've updated my branding which you would have seen just before this video, which I only realised now, and I wanted to get this video up ASAP, that the O on my 2 has vanished. I must have accidentally deleted it and not realised. So when what's going on with my eyebrows? So the next couple of videos you will see that I don't have an O, mainly because I'm trying to get some of these videos out before December, and I've only got 2 days, today and tomorrow, to get all of that done. But yeah, I went on holiday to Lanzarote, it was lovely. Then this year I kind of had like staycation, so I went to Doncaster, went up to my uncle's, went to the zoo, wildlife parks, things like that. So they will be up hopefully after this video or next couple of videos, because they're actually all edited. They just need their intros and outros put in. And obviously I've gone back to university. Which I think I've already mentioned. So for my eyes I'm just going to use the Barry M Fall in Love palette. I absolutely adore this palette. It looks really, really cute and professional. So my style. So yes, I'm back at uni. I'm half enjoying it. There are times that it's a little bit of a struggle. I've already so far had 1 exam, 2 presentations and 3 fieldwork assignments. So I am actually due, that's for my dissertation. So hence why I bulk film, because it's actually really hard for me to find a time where I'm not actually doing anything. So I'm usually busy working, and while I'm editing this video and my next video, I will be doing work. I must say, sorry for the noise. There's some guests over. Oh, last year, if you view my Instagram, we have 3 cats, 2 kittens and a mum, and obviously last year my Christmas present was the guinea pigs, and yes, I still have my guineas, my girls. It's clean out day today, so I have to find more spare time to do them. Really, I have a very hectic life. But I'm trying to make time for things that I enjoy, so hence coming back to YouTube. This is basically me coming back for good. I'm gonna try and keep to a schedule so that everything goes smoothly, and I have regular videos. Obviously throughout December it is Vlogmas, so I will be filming. I'm just taking this little duo eyeshadow in, I think it's Bright. It just says Bright Duo. It's number 3 from Kiko. I'm just taking the shimmer shade because I need to add a little bit of shine to the eyeballs. When I originally filmed this, I actually used the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette and a little bit of the Rose Gold palette, but sometimes you think maybe those videos didn't work out because they weren't meant to be. So let's give them a new lease of life and try a new look. So I'm just taking my Nars Audacious mascara, just because I haven't used it for a while, and make a funny face, poke myself in the eye, you know how it is. So I'm actually really looking forward to Vlogmas, because the first day of Vlogmas I'm going on a trip. So one of my modules, I'm actually going on a filter trip on the 1st, and we're going to Wakefield Place home, and actually that's what we're going to see, to the world's biggest seed bank. I'm there for a whole day, not exactly fully sure what we're doing there, but we're there all day. And then, so that's technically this week. Next week I have another field trip to 2 field sites by a company called ARC. Now they are a conservation charity, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, I haven't done my research yet. And basically half of the day we're going to be on their amphibian site, and then the other half we're going to be on their reptile site, and basically they're conserving British wildlife. So I'm just going to take my Skindinavia finishing spray just to soak up some of the powder, and it actually helps give me a brighter highlight. I also have like numerous amounts of coursework due in. I do break up on the 14th, is my last day until, well, over Christmas, until after Christmas. And on the 16th I'm having early Christmas with my mum and grandparents. Christmas Day I'm at my dad's, Boxing Day I'm here. I'm like all over the place. It is ridiculous. But yeah. So I'm going in with a new highlight. This is from the Jeffree Star Family collection and it's called Neffree. I think this is the only highlight they came out with. But first of all, I love the packaging. You know, it's like a pinky highlight. Big pan, big mirror. This was one of a Black Friday deal. I mean, see how highlighted that looks, and it doesn't look at all like overly pink. Brow bone. I mean, look at the difference. Hello. So instead of it being £25.50, I believe, it was £17. But it gets better. I also got the Beauty Killer palette, which I was going to use in this video, and then I thought, no, I'm going to save it because I've only used it once, so I'm still playing around with it. Should have been 40, was 28. That's like nearly half price. I was just buzzing. Unfortunately, couldn't get my hands on the Androgyny palette because everyone wanted it. See that highlight glow. So it's still actually in its box because I need to write a review on this and the other Jeffree Star bits that I picked up. We're going all out today, girl. So I'm also going to apply a Unicorn Blood from Jeffree Star. Again, this was at discounted price for Black Friday. Don't ask me how much because I cannot remember. But it's just like a really dark brownie red. I'm literally like obsessed with unicorns at the moment. Yeah, I'm like totally obsessed with unicorns at the moment. It's a slight worry. So this is the finished look. I rambled a lot, so yeah. I think I got everything I wanted to say out. So yeah, so this is pretty much a really nice basic look. If you can see that in the background, that is blurred slightly. It's my countdown till Christmas. Yeah, it's one day out though because I did it yesterday. I haven't done it this morning yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you're not, and leave a comment down below, and I will see you in my next video. And hopefully this vlogmas is going to be epic. Bye!